Welcome back to the channel, everybody. You're watching Base Hits. We're the baseball card channel with an appreciation for base and for hits. And on this video, we also have an appreciation for photography. I have a hobby box of 2023 Topps Stadium Club. Inside here, there are 2 autographs, but more importantly, there is a ton of awesome photography, and that is going to be the theme of this base chase. The theme of this base chase is Photography 101. And what exactly does that mean? Well, I have compiled 6 principles and 6 techniques of photography that I will share with you quickly before we open this box. And we're gonna see if we can find those principles and techniques amongst the art of this photography. Let's start out with the principles. We're gonna keep them over here on the base side. I'm sure you've heard about a lot of these before. I'm sure you've heard of the MVP. Symmetry, mirror half. This is when the 2 sides of a image mirror each other, create that nice harmony. Symmetry's brother from another mother. Asymmetry. This is when the halves counterbalance. So the 2 sides of the image, the left and the right, they're not mirrors, but they have elements on both sides that create harmony amongst them and counterbalance each other. The next is the sexiest of the principles. Contrast, used to create drama and evoke emotion. It uses opposing elements like dark and light, and big objects and small objects. You see a lot of this, and I'm sure we'll come across it. Next, we have repetition. This is the use of patterns, things repeating over and over and over within a frame in order to invoke an emotion or drag the eye across the photo into a specific area. Repetition is the use of pattern. The next principle is texture. Might be a little bit harder one to find. This is the perceived sense of feel. Baseball has a lot of texture, so I'm pretty confident we can get something, some sort of gritty, maybe like a dirty, gritty texture, perceived sense of feel. And the last of the basic 6 principles of photography that we're going to be looking for is movement. And this is referring to the movement of the viewer's eye, what we do to get the viewer's eye to move around the image and see what we want them to see. We use drastic colors and lines to pull the viewer's eye around the image. That's movement in terms of principles of design in photography. And we're gonna put the techniques over here on the hit side. I like to think the techniques as the different things we do with the camera to help create the emotions, and the principles are the different things we look for within the frame to help create emotion. The first 2 techniques, super common. You see them all the time in Stadium Club. We have low angle and high angle. Low angle is when the photographer is looking up at the subject. It creates a very dramatic look and gives the subject a lot of power, makes them look strong. And then we have our high angle, which is when the photographer is looking down. The high angle is used to help shrink the subject into the frame, help get the whole body into the frame. It also will make the surrounding areas look a lot more vast and bigger. You see these 2 in Stadium Club all the time, so I'm pretty confident we'll find these 2 techniques. The next technique is deep depth of field. This is when there are many planes in focus. Think of a focus plane as if you took a photo and you turned it sideways. You would have the foreground, the middle ground, the background. A lot of times there's a few more planes in there, and you can control which ones of those are in focus. A deep depth of field puts many of those planes in focus, so you can see everything in the frame is in focus. You can see everything very clearly. That's the deep depth of field. And deep depth of field has a very, very dramatic cousin named shallow depth of field. This is used all the time in photography. It is when only a single focus plane can be seen. Often just the subject is popped out from the background. Everything else is blurred except for exactly what you want the viewer to see. That is a shallow depth of field. The next technique we have is bokeh. What is bokeh? Well, bokeh is what photographers get out of bed for in the morning. It is what they sell their left lung for, to buy a lens that will produce a beautiful, soft, out of focus background, creating those nice, soft, circular moments of light. A good definition of bokeh is the way a lens renders out of focus points of light Bokeh will appear often when using a shallow depth of field, creating those out of focus parts of the image, allowing those little pieces of light to become circular confusion for the lens, creating a very, very pleasing aesthetic. We'll find some bokeh. I'm pretty sure we'll find some bokeh. And the last technique is movement, not to be confused with the last principle. This is a different kind of movement. When we talk about movement as a technique, we are referring to a slow shutter speed. That's when you leave that shutter open up for a long time and capture all of the movement occurring in front of the lens, creating that blurry effect. You'll see it often as a car goes by and all the lights are streaming down the side of it. That's achieved by using a slow shutter speed. And when we talk about movement as a technique, that is what we were referring to. This might be a difficult one to find. This might not be something all of the photographers are doing when they show up to a baseball game. So we'll see if we can find some fancy movement. Okay, so we have our principles over here on the base side and we have our techniques over here on the hit side. Let's go over the rules of the base chase really quickly before we start. How this works is that I'm gonna open up this hobby box and we are gonna go through the base cards. We have to find a base card that reveals each one of these elements, and as we find them, we will put them onto the easel. Once a card is put on the easel, it must stay there. You cannot switch it up. What is laid is played. Hits don't count, autographs don't count, none of those things count. It's just base cards. In order to win the base chase, I have to find all of these different elements within this hobby box, but if I don't, I lose. But before we get into it, let's take a quick look at the background. If you haven't already subscribed, please do and hit that notification bell because you're gonna wanna come back when my PSA order comes back. I send in 15 cards, all of which that were opened up on this channel. In fact, it's already at PSA and it could be just a few weeks before it's back. So hit that notification bell so that you can come back and see how close I got with my predictions. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers so that I can rip that box of 2020 Bowman's Best and go for a bow hunt. I know I keep saying bow over and over, but there is a ton of other cool rookies in there like Lou Bob and Yordan Alvarez and Nestor Cortez. Lots of cool rookies in the 2020 class. So if you're not a bow fan, there's still tons of reasons for you to come back when that gets ripped to see if I can find something cool. One last thing before we start, let's take a quick look at the background cards. On the base side, we have Alejandro Kirk's base rookie from 2021 Stadium Club. Great example of shallow depth of field, really popping out Kirky there from the background. What do we have on his side? Well, we have his homeboy on the mound, Jose Barrios. This is a sick card here. I ripped this. This is a blue parallel Stadium Club Chrome. Jose Barrios there with Rod Carew. I can only assume that this must have been one of Jose's first returns to Minnesota after being traded. Great photo, great moment to capture there. But check this out. 1 out of 199. First off the print line, Jose Barrios. Color match, team match, blue parallel, Blue Jay. Jose Barrios. Sick card. Okay, let's get into this hobby box. And don't worry, all the hits will be displayed probably in the back over here. We'll put them on the easels. We'll give the hits the love they deserve. Don't you worry, the hits always get the love they deserve. We got here. We got Paul Goldschmidt on the box topper. Now, okay, we're all set up. We got Goldschmidt in the back there, and we got our stack of packs. Let's see what cool things we can find. Let's see what cool photography, different techniques, and principles are in this set. I want to look for good examples. So you will see elements of these different things in here, but I want like a really good example. Luke Gehrig, a backwards card. Adolis Garcia, red parallel. Sweet shot there. Got the bat toss. Honus Wagner. My boy, Ken Waldichuk. This is definitely a low angle. You'll see a lot of this in Stadium Club. It's probably one of the most used things. This is Sean Murphy, definitely looking up at him, making him powerful. We'll put that underneath low angle. But if we see another example, I think we can put them on top. We can stack these easels with multiple examples. Bryce Harper, Andrew McCutcheon. Alec Manoa, this is a good example of shallow depth of field. You can see how everything in the background is out of focus. He is the only plane in focus, really allowing him to pop. You see this all the time in photography. I'm sure we'll see a few more examples, but I'm going to get that one up on shallow depth of field. Ernie Banks. We have a black of Charlie Blackmon. Is that like a color match parallel to the name? Jackie Robinson. And rookie card, Gunnar Henderson. Matthew, I put that Gunnar into a top loader. This is a nice example of this card. The edges on Stadium Club aren't always the best. Grading these can be kind of difficult. This looks like a pretty decent card here, though. Okay, next pack. We've got low angle and shallow depth of field. Those are easy to find. Let's find something a little less easy. Vladimir Guerrero Sr. Got a backwards Tyler Freeman. Backwards in this thing. Rookie card, Tyler Freeman. This Tyler Freeman rookie card is actually a great example of deep depth of field. As you can see, everything in this photo is in focus, all the way from the tiger back here on the Comerica Park sign to Tyler's face. All of the planes are in focus, and that is achieved with a deep depth of field. So we'll get that one up on the easel there. Back to that pack. It's a great photo there, Michael Harris rookie card. This card is actually a really good example of symmetry. As you can see, we have Michael Harris right in the center, and then we have Acuna and Heredia on the right and left hand side. Even their hands are up, ready to give a high five in the same way, given that symmetry to both sides. Both sides of this image are actually quite similar. There is a bit of a mirror happening here, even though it's not as drastic as symmetry can be. This is still very symmetrical for a live action shot. It's a great example of symmetry in sports photography. Another minty looking good rookie base card here. Again, I've had a Stadium Club throughout the years and it can be a difficult card to grade. So looking nice in this box. Frank Thomas breaking the bat. Another good example of symmetry for sure right here. George Springer. I love wearing the Canadian Reds. This is a great photo. Look at Vladdy in the background here. Chapman dancing. Dave Winfield. What's in the back here? You know I get them in every box. We got Harper on the velocity insert. Look at that, hitting balls at 114.2 miles per hour. Bryce Harper, one per box. Yeah, okay, next pack. We're moving along. We're finding some good different things. Are you learning something? If you're learning something, you gotta subscribe, you gotta like. That's gotta be worth something, some free education. Jordan Walker, rookie card. It's a Cal Mitchell, I've spoiled it. Stan Musial. It's a Cal Mitchell rookie card autograph. It's our first on-card autograph. They're mostly on-card rookie autographs in this set. It's quite a big list. So we got Cal Mitchell making the diving catch there. Yo, I broke a rule and I just realized it. This is not a base card. This Tyler Freeman got me so excited about deep depth of field, I didn't even remember the rules. This cannot stay on. Okay, we're down one because, you know, sometimes I break the rules. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I make my own rules and I break them just to have a rule to break. That thing. Cecil Fielder. Grew up watching this guy, man. Yelich. This Zach Wheeler is actually a pretty good example of bokeh. That's what we see there in the background. Those circular moments of light reflecting into the lens, creating those nice soft feel in the background. That is what we call bokeh. That is the circular effect a photographer looks for when he spends $5,000 on a lens. It is worth every penny though. Trevor Story, and who do we have on the die cut here? Going Yard, Albert Pujols. That's a cool die cut. All right, that's a cool card. We're gonna put that back here. We'll put that on the principals. We'll put like, he's definitely right. Principal right there for sure. All right, back to that pack. Something's backwards. Who's backwards? You backwards? We got Rogers Hornsby on the red parallel. Garrett Cole with the low angle. And Fernando Tatis Jr., that's a great shot there. This is actually a very good example of contrast. Very, very good example because we see a very obvious contrast between Tatis's jersey and the background of this photo. You know, there's a lot of texture on that wall too. This could be a pretty good example of texture. You can almost feel the sort of painty grittiness of that wall. There's also a lot of contrast between the darkness of the wall and the light color of Tatis's jersey and pants here. You know, I think I'm going to put this under contrast because that was my original idea. Great example. The contrast being, of course, between the jersey and the background. That light and dark effect really popping Tatis forward, really creating that dramatic effect. Okay, so we're still looking for quite a few here. Maybe if you think I missed any, comment below. Let me know. Let me know if you think that there was a good example of one of these that went by. And check it out. Max Scherzer. A little bit of bokeh back here. And then now let's just turn this over. Oh, we have Oswald Pereza. That's like a purple chrome rookie card. It's pretty interesting. That's pretty nice. Look at that. It's behind him. Rod Carew. Red Rod Carew. Got more hits than Rod Carew. There he is there. There he is there. All right. All right. What's this number 2? What's this number 2? 26 out of 75. That's pretty good. That's a pretty nice little chrome rookie card there. Okay, moving on. We're still looking for some different principles and elements of photography, but we're hitting them. I'm gonna start looking a little bit harder. Again, if leave a comment if I missed something. Tristan McKenzie showing off what might be a muscle. And we have Bobby Witt Jr. on the insert for Chief Fantasy Professionals. All right, quite a few packs in one of these. So it's a fun rip. Fun getting through it. Fun looking at all the different photography. That's gorgeous. Pretty quick with that toss. Riley Green, rookie card. The big dive and catch there. Edgar Martinez. That's an awesome photo there. This is such an extreme low angle. I've got to put it on the easel for lower angle. We have here. We have Hunter Brown on the red rookie. Now this is a very obvious example of a high angle. The photographer is up there looking down at the subject. Because of that, we get his whole body in frame there. You see the vastness of the mound, making it look like this huge thing he's standing on. This is a great example of a high angle, but unfortunately, it is not a base card. Okay, going on, we're missing quite a few here. I'm gonna have to be a little bit more liberal with my judgments on finding some things in here, maybe. We have a chrome card, some sort of chrome card in this one. Mickey there, looking mean in the dugout. Joe Meyer, Masataka Yoshida on their rookie card. All business in this card. That galleon. Shohei Ohtani, MVP year card. Right on. Nice photo there. And a black rookie card variant of Oscar Colas. That's pretty cool. Let's see who we got here on the chrome. Oh. We have a Shohei Ohtani chrome that has a dent in it. Oh, Topps chrome insert of his MVP year, and it's got a dent in it. Amazing photography, massive QC issues. I might have to send this to you because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to own this card. I got a pile of stuff. Topps, at some point you're just gonna get a box of just damaged stuff I've opened up. Look at this. This might be the coolest card in the entire box, and it has this dent in it. Ugh. This is a set that people really love. Like, people really like Stadium Club. So, Andrew Bogarts, Cyan Audis. Dale Murphy, and we got Marcus Semien on the orange parallel. 100 out of 199. Number 100, Marcus Semien, orange parallel. Joe Musgrove, celebration with the Budweiser being pulled all over him. This card is a great example of movement. We see a lot of different line directions, all pulling the viewer's eye towards the subject. We see the beer bottles and the beer poured on him, all of these different lines, the lights over here, everything is pulling the eye towards Joe and his big smile. That is all very much so intentional, very well framed. Good example of movement in terms of getting the viewer's eye around the image. Let's get that one on movement. So we still have 5 packs left here, but we're still looking for some stuff. On the technique side, we're looking for the high angle, the deep depth of field and movement. And on the principle side, we're looking for asymmetry, texture, and repetition. See if we can find them in these last packs. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Hit that notification bell. I got some more videos in the future coming up. PSA stuff. It's going to be fun. We have here. We're still looking for one more autograph. Yeah. All right. Corbin Carroll on the rookie card. That's a great photo there. Rookie of the year. Joey. Vladdy on the Virtuosos of Velocity Vladdy. I say that 3 times in a row. Virtuosos of Velocity Vladdy. Vladdy of Virtuosos Velocities. He's got the 118.4 miles per hour off the bat. Hey, that's faster than Harper. Okay. Still missing quite a few here. I thought that we'd find some better examples. The backwards cards. Did I spoil that something again? Probably. Spencer Torkelson. Pete Alonso. You get some spicier things in here. We got Kyle Tucker, and this is a pretty cool photo. And I think it's a good example of repetition. We see in the background using these smoke machines, the 3 of them lined up there with the cheerleaders in the center and him in the center as well. Low angle, some symmetry, but we see the repetition in the background with that smoke there. I'm gonna put that underneath repetition. Rafael Devers, pretty cool photo here. Kevin Gosman, looking for a big year from you. Tom Hunter. Backwards card. It's an autograph. Jason DeLay, rookie card. Man, there's a lot of rookies in this set that I have never heard of. Sweet autograph, though. Patrick Sandoval on the red parallel. All right, so we have 2 Pittsburgh Pirate rookie on-card autographs. Jason DeLay and Cal Mitchell. Any Pittsburgh Pirate fans out there? These guys any good? Let me know in the comments. I got a couple of trade baits here, a couple of Pittsburgh Pirate guys. Similar looking photos though, eh? Look at one sliding towards home base and the other one is sliding in outfield. Very similar looks. It's not really why you buy it. For me, I buy it for the photography. It's a die cut. It's falling out. Willie Mays. We have Luis Ortiz, rookie card here. This is a really good example of a high angle. You can tell the photographer is above looking down. It makes the man look really big, makes the subject fully in frame. Nice example of a high angle. Put that over there on the easel. Manny Machado with the bat flip. And Max Fried This is a really good example of deep depth of field. You can see the background there is really far away, but it is very much so in focus. You see the lights up here. You can see them in quite a bit of a detail. You can read a lot of the advertisements as far away as they are over here. And that's achieved by having many fields in focus with a deep depth of field. Background, foreground, all the grounds, they're all in focus. You can see everything. Good example of deep depth of field. Why is your hand so red, Spencer? Is that from sliding? And Dwight Gooden, another good example of a high angle. Looking down here at Dwight, able to see so much more because of that angle. Creates a big vastness behind him. We'll get that up on the high angle, why not? And who is this? We got Cal Ripken Jr. on the triumvirates. Die cut. Pretty cool card here. Okay, 2 packs left, and we're still looking for 2 principles. Asymmetry, which I thought would be really easy to find. I probably went past it. And texture. We're going to try and find these 2 in these next 2 packs. We're going to try real hard here. We're going to look for some... Oh, and we're also missing movement. Slow shutter speed. Now, this one I knew would be hard to find. I'm not sure if that's something photographers are thinking about when they're out there on the field. But we'll see. We'll see. Some more backward cards. Bob Gibson here, pitching. Great example of asymmetry. We see these halves are not mirror halves, but they create harmony with each other. They counterbalance each other quite a bit. Bob Gibson, let's get him on asymmetry. Don Mattingly on the low angle. Don there, signing a card. Should I bring this down to Rogers Center, get him to sign this card of him signing a card? Maybe I will. We have here. And we have Julio Rodriguez on the red parallel. Nice little hit there. All right, last pack. What are the chances that we can find some movement and texture in this last pack? Let's go. Movement's a hard one. That's going to be a difficult one. I wonder if there's even any sort of movement, motion, blur, bat, swing, pitch, look. If anyone even did anything like that in this set, I wonder. We have here Albert Pujols. Thurman Munson wearing the old school chest protector there, but you know what? Doesn't it feel like you look at that chest protector there, you look at that front, and you know what that feels like. There's like a texture to his chest protector. It's like that old leathery feel. You can see it, you can feel it. It's a good example there of texture. Let's get that up for texture. Let's do that one. Oh, we got Vladdy. Great photo, great base card photo here for Vladdy. Great example of symmetry too, you know, with his arms up like this. Got the 2 different Gatorade barrels there being dumped on him. Great example of symmetry as well right here. Another example of symmetry right here. Right? We got only a couple left. We're looking for movement. We're looking for a slow shutter speed. Doncho Williams. What's that? Is that some motion blur? No, that's not it. That's not what we're looking for. That's not the example. Last base card. Will it have movement? Will I see some shutter speed? I do not. I see Bobby Witt Jr. though. Great photo. Great photo. What's the last card here? An Aaron Judge insert. Okay. Okay, everybody, that wraps up this base chase. And unfortunately, we did not win because we did not find movement. We did not find a slow shutter speed. We couldn't find someone swinging that bat and capturing a big swipe. Maybe that exists in the set, maybe it doesn't. I'm not sure. I just kind of thought that it was a good one to look for. But let me know in the comments. What do you think about this? Did this work out? Was this fun for you? Did you learn something? Give me a suggestion. What would you do if you want to do a base chase? I thought that this set was a perfect set to do a base chase with because it's always got super, super weak hits, and it really is all about the base cards in Stadium Club. So I hope you enjoyed that. Before we go, let's take a quick look at our weak hits. One of these, couple of autos, maybe, who knows, maybe one day. Marcus Semien, respect right here though. We like that one. Out of 100 out of 199. My 1 per box Yankee hit. Yo, I'm just going to say this straight up. There is no such thing as a Yankee premium on baseball cards. I've heard people say there's a Yankee premium. No, No, I've been selling cards for years. No one's paying more because you're a Yankee. That's not a thing. In fact, if you're a Yankee, there's a good chance they're paying less for you or not even interested in you at all. This whole idea there's a Yankee premium on baseball cards, nah. We got a Vladdy. We got a Vladdy. And Pujols. Apparently this card is like a bit of a rare hit. Looked it up really quick there because I don't think I saw one before. Going yard. So might be the, spiciest hit of the box. But again, a Stadium Club. This is all about looking at cool photos, cool dramatic moments throughout the year. That's what this set is about. It's not really about the hits. I wouldn't expect to get too spicy out of this box, but I would expect to get some nice looking base cards like this Michael Harris rookie card here. Couple of nice base rookie cards here. Really interesting photos, and that's what this is all about. So if you liked it, if you learned something here, please subscribe, like, and smash that notification bell and notify yourself for the next base chase, the next PSA submission, and the next rip. Until then, love you.